Hey guys, I'm only going to be on here for a minute because I'm sitting in a vacant, uh, abandoned parking lot in a Save-A-Lot store in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. I don't know if you can see how well you can see me. And anyway, I've got to tell what happened tonight. Um, I live in Stanton, Kentucky, and after my husband died, one of the ladies that I go to church with, she keeps the church van in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, and normally they she just lives a couple of minutes away from here, and she'll come and get the van and pick everybody up in Mount Sterling and then meet me in Stanton, Kentucky, which is about a 20-minute drive. And then from there, we drive the rest of the way to church, which is about another 45 minutes. But when Sue's not there, I have to come from Stanton to Mount Sterling and get the van, and then pick everybody up and then drive all the way up to Jackson, which I have to go 460 and then 213. Then I have to hit the Mount Parkway and take the Campton exit, and then when I get to Campton, it's another 15 or 20 minutes to Highway 205, and then another 3 miles to the church. So I come down here and I got the van, and I heard something. I didn't know what it was. I just thought I'd hit a pothole or something in the road. And so I went and picked everybody up, and I started up towards Stanton up on 213, and I got to the Mountain Parkway, and it got several miles up the Mountain Parkway when all of a sudden the van started swaying. At first I thought it was the wind, and I didn't want to say anything at first because I thought, well, something's wrong, but I don't want to alarm anybody. And just about the time I thought, well, I need to say something because it was just something was off, this woman sped around me on the interstate, and I'm going 70 miles an hour, and she motioned for me to roll my window down, and she said, "You've got a flat." I thought, oh no. So I rolled the window back up, and I said, well, I put my four ways on, and I was almost to this exit, and I come down and I told my pastor, I said, well, I'm just going to creep down this exit and at least get off the interstate. So when I got down there, I thought, well, maybe I made a mistake because there was nothing around, and we had no phone signal. It was kind of like a low place, and I didn't see anything. And all of a sudden, when I come around this little corner, there was this little gas station. So I pulled in there, and it wasn't a garage or anything. It was just a little convenience store with some gas pumps. And so I pulled in there, and I went in. And I asked the guy, I said, do you know of any place close that would fix a tire? Because we were still several miles from the church, and there was nothing around there, and I didn't know who I was going to call. So anyway, he said, well, let me ask somebody. So he went and asked this other guy. So they come out there and looked at it, and right off the bat, at the very top of the tire, that tire could have been rolled any way, but it just happened to be rolled to where on the very top, he said, well, this is what happened. Said a plug has come out. I had completely forgot about this, but back in the winter, we had a flat, and somebody plugged up the tire, and we've been driving on that ever since, and I completely forgot about it until he said that. So he had me roll it up a little bit farther up to where the air pump was at, and he went in and got a plug kit, and he come out there and he plugged up the tire, but the tire was red hot, and he was afraid to fill it completely full. He didn't want the tire to blow. So he put about 60 psi in it, and I think it was supposed to take 80. And he told me to drive kind of slow, and didn't charge us anything for it. I was fixing to pay him, and he said that I didn't owe him anything. And I told him how much we appreciated it. I got back in and put my four ways on, and I got off the Mount Parkway into Campton, and I'm like creeping, and my pastor told me, turn the four ways and get us there as fast as you can. So I turned the four ways off, and I just sped up to the speed limit. We got up there, had an awesome service, went all the way through church, and when church was breaking. I come back out and I checked it. It was still up where it was when he filled it. Got in the van. I was praying. I said, Lord, help me to get these people home. Drove all the way back to Mount Sterling, dropped everybody off, and the light just went off. There we go. Dropped everybody off, and now I'm sitting in this parking lot at Save-A-Lot. The tire is still up. Thank God he had his hand on us. I don't know what we'd have done. We was in the middle of nowhere. No garages around, just that little store. So I got everybody home safe, and I'm going to call around tomorrow and find out where we can have put another tire on the van. But I made another video earlier. I did a live stream, and I was in a hurry because I had to leave early to come and get the van. But I thank God he kept his hands on us, and everybody's safe, and the van's in one piece. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. There's nobody around. It's late. I'm sitting at this Save-A-Lot store. The manager of this store is really nice. After my husband died, the lady that, one of the ladies that rides the van, she had approached the manager here at Save-A-Lot and asked him if he cared if we parked the van here. And he said he didn't care a bit. And it's right here. There's a surveillance video right here. And he told her, he said, it's a surveillance video there, and it should be fine. She tried parking it at her trailer park for a couple of months, and somebody flattened 2 of the tires. So we had to replace the tires then, and then she approached the manager of Save-A-Lot. So this is where we park it. So God's been good to us, and God kept us safe and had an awesome service. And I'll talk to y'all later. And don't forget about the hashtag I Am a Creator-thon 2, April the 28th, this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully I'll see you all on there. God bless and good night. I guess the video's still going and I can't figure out how to turn it off. This crazy phone. There we go. Good night, everybody.